Hello, Sandy and Jesse Rodriguez team. Don't forget, two for the price of one. That's a that's Sandy and Jesse Rodriguez team. Today, subject or topic of discussion, and for your comments, please, I welcome your comments. Let's talk about a rather personal, rather controversial subject. I was going to say diversity, but it's adversity. Adversity. Have you encountered adversity in your life? What is adversity? Do you and I have a different understanding of what is adversity? The dictionary defines it in a few words. That it's a something of a problem, something emotional, how can I word this? This causes you stress. Could have been a problem that you encountered. Could be with yourself as a financial in your business. Could be with your personal life. Could be a tragedy that happened. Nowadays with the weather that we're having. A flood comes and this completely destroys your home. Same thing with a forest fire. So that's adversity that came into your life. So I'm sure that throughout your lifespan, you've encountered adversity in one manner or other. And I'd like to hear your comments. How you dealt with that? Or is it something you'd rather not talk about? I'll share with you my insight of adversity. And it varies. I would say that also depends on how you were brought up or where you were brought up, your culture, definitely your culture, as to the adversities that came your way. I may have experienced an adversity because of who I am. You may not have experienced that particular adversity. So let's go through briefly a little bit of my lifespan and the adversities that I've had to cope with. Growing up, going through high school, and even back to junior high. I loved school. I truly enjoyed going to school. And how can I prove that? From the 7th grade through the 12th grade, I may have missed a total of maybe 2, maybe 3 days in that total year span, from the 7th to the 12th grade. Now, why is that an adversity? Well, because I was then known as Sandy calls me, a nerd. See, it puts me into a different class. So I encountered adversity with my peers. I like to, I wanted to learn and study. So that was an adversity in a sense. When I went to college, I went through college, the university, on a scholarship to help me get in. Put my foot in the door, as they say. However, I soon found out, because at that time, my parents weren't able to help me. So I had to go out and work so I could supplement that scholarship. It wasn't a full scholarship. And because I was new to the university environment, my scholarship was not renewed. But I had already seen what it would do, education, what it would mean. So I went out and got another job. So I had multiple jobs to maybe put me through school. An adversity I encountered was I went to a teacher's college. They emphasized, on preparing, students to be teachers. One of the subjects that is a must to pass, speech improvement. Little that I know, or little that I knew when I went to the university, is that I had a very heavy accent. I had missed out somewhere some of my schooling. I was not enunciating or pronouncing my words correctly. So what adversity did I encounter? I had to take speech improvement, I believe 3 or 4 times. What did they do to me? Well, I could stay behind on my taking the number of classes in order for me to graduate in 4 years. I then took more than what the norm was on your subjects. I was taking between 22 and 24 credit hours. In a way that helped me because I said, I am not about to fail. So I had to study harder. And I got good grades because I had to study harder because I was not about to fail just because I was having to repeat the one class. It did help me in repeating because the teacher at the conclusion said, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm not going to fail you because you have been trying. But what I am going to advise you is that you completely divorce yourself from your native language and concentrate nothing but on English, which I did from that point forward. But that helped me. So there was a diversity that helped me. I've also encountered refusal on housing as I started in my career. I've gone shopping and I've noticed it, that I may not be treated as I'm in line. Maybe I was the first, but somebody else takes the turn. So there's little things that happen, but I've learned to cope with it. I've learned to cope with it because it's a lack of education on somebody's part, not on mine. So I let it go. So you deal with whether that's an adversity or not. It may be to some people, not to me. Maybe because I was so fortunate to have gone to the university and encountered friends from throughout the world. Then I went on to the service. And there, most definitely, you had to deal with people from different parts of the country. So you soon find out we're all the same. We all have the same aspirations and dreams. So I shared with you some of the adversities that I've dealt with, and I myself am going through one right now. But that's going to be my story, so it's going to be to my advantage, and I'll share that with you in the coming weeks or month. And it's helping me, but I thank you as a group for bringing me in as a member to part of this great group in dealing with this adversity. So, your thoughts and comments. How have you dealt with adversity? Whom do you go to help you go through that adversity period? Do you go back to your support group, whether that's your family, your close friends, your best friend? How do you deal with it? How do you and your family deal with adversity? And in our business, that's internet marketing, sooner or later we will encounter adversity. It's just part of the nature of the beast, as they say. So your thoughts and comments. For me, adversity, we're on a first name basis, as they say. Adversity and I know each other very well. Very well. So please, your comments, thoughts, remarks. Today is Friday. I bid you a super, super good weekend. Take care of each other. Have a good day.